Happy Friday, happy Friday. It's your girl, Mysterious Jax. You are now tuned into the Ladies Night Radio Show. Also here with me are my beautiful co-hosts, the ladies.
Hey, everybody. I guess I'm doing a solo today. It's Crazy Maria on the mic.
Yes, Myra is going to be here shortly. She has a long drive, so we don't give her enough credit, but she has a long drive for sure, like a good 40 minutes. So it's all love all the time. Also today we have some guest co-host for tonight's topic. Of course, we have some good news family in the studio today, all the way from Studio 2. We have the one and only Michael.
Hey, yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. And it's Michael the PG, to be exact. But yeah, man, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me once again.
Of course. Shout out Courtside Radio. They catch them every Thursday at 6:30 with the starting five, right?
Yes, sir. 6:30 p.m. Just be ready to have a ball and have fun listening to talk about your favorite sport from 5 of the best to do it. So.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Exactly. And, of course, we also have another special guest from the Good News family. You can catch him every Sunday with the rest of the Get Right. We have Chris. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you guys for having me, too. I feel honored that you guys asked me.
Yes. Welcome, guys. I'll give you guys a round of applause. Give you guys some love. I want to thank them because, this is why I love being a part of a podcast radio community here at the Good News, is because I'll be honest with you guys, I had no idea what we were going to talk about tonight until last night when Maria was doing my hair. And I was like, you know what? And then we were trying to think of ideas. Kosi was like, do you guys know that November 19th is International Men's Day? I was like, well, why don't we make that a topic? So, and of course I started calling people and finding out what gentlemen can join us in the studio, and these two gentlemen came through, and I really appreciate you guys.
We got you.
Thank you. Are you guys excited? Did you guys know there was an International Men's Day?
Absolutely, I didn't.
Yeah, not at all.
I thought it was just an International Women's Day.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I thought so
It's
too.
in March, right?
This much must be a new thing.
It got to be.
Yeah, they make new days every day. So
it's not actually. I know it goes back to I think 91 or 92.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to do some research, since I just thought of this. Shout out to my producer, Kosi, who's in the building. She's also going to be going live from Twitter. She's decided to do something new. I don't know what that meant when she said it, but I'm just going to trust it here. She's the producer for a reason, and I'm just going to let her.
Can I give a shout out to Kosi? Hey, if you need a good meal cooked, and
Kosi could cook?
You want to eat good, look out for hit up Kosi in the ladies' night, because Kosi gonna come through and tear it down.
Yes, she can.
Is she cooking for the Friendsgiving?
Oh,
Kosi,
Chris wants to know if you're cooking anything for Friendsgiving.
Probably.
Yeah.
If you could throw down, you gotta cook.
I was thinking about we just all help her with the meal, because it'll be A1 if she's in charge.
That's too much work to do a whole Thanksgiving dinner for one person, for sure. I'm interested in what you're gonna make, Kosi. Apparently, I can't make the mac and cheese according to Chris because I'm Mexican.
I never said that.
Did you throw the
No,
Mexican card?
No, I never said that.
I'm about to feel
She could pull up the text messages. I never said that.
He said Jackie's gonna use queso instead of
she gonna use queso fresco.
Because she texted me and said, "Is it okay if I cook the macaroni and cheese?" I was like, "Sure. I mean, that's okay." And she said it's bomb.
First of all, you're confusing the whole conversation.
I need a sample.
I
text you because I heard that my name was thrown in on the Get Right.
I didn't say it though. I didn't say nothing.
No, but I think Eric had mentioned I think Jackie's making the mac and cheese.
I didn't say nothing.
Jackie's making the mac and cheese.
I don't know. That's not even what happened. I don't even remember that's what happened.
It's okay. I mean, I get it.
It sounds like one of y'all topics, but we'll stall him out tonight.
And there's the Friendsgiving lineup right there. The sign up sheet is on the board, so make sure you guys before you leave put down what you're bringing.
I'll bring the napkins.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys are ready for tonight's topics, because we're even though this comment from Chris, it's okay. I still love him. We're gonna celebrate, what it is, I guess, to be a man, and we're gonna ask some questions and find out what it is to be a man, especially in this day and age as we go into 2020. But before we go into our topic, and we're also So, okay, Chris, I know you tweeted this, and I put that you asked the ladies what's the most romantic thing they've done for their partners. Mm-hmm. And so that's a question I'm going to ask the ladies here, and we're going to find out. And we're going to find out what's the most romantic thing somebody's ever done for you guys. So we're going to talk about that. If you're in the chat box, make sure you guys let us know also. We want to know what's the most romantic thing you've done, or has it been done for you. And also we have listener question. It's really simple. They pretty much just kind of want to know some ideas for a great first date. So I guess they want to take somebody on a first date, and they want to know some ideas, and they're asking the ladies, and we're going to ask y'all as well.
Okay.
All right. So before we go into the topic, we're going to go ahead and start off the show with some chisme.
Oye, Fidelia, mira, yo tengo una clase de chisme de otro mundo. No me diga, nena, cuéntame.
Hey.
Are you confused over there, Michael? What's going on?
No, I just like the way that she was speaking Spanish, so it kind of got me excited.
Oye, mijo, yo no sabía que eso es. That's all it took. Shit, let me ramble on.
Was that Jocelyn Hernandez?
No, that was not. These are.
Who was at the door?
No,
Oh.
It wasn't. It was no. I forgot. I don't know what her name is. But this one, I think her name is Jenny. It's her YouTube channel, Jenny Lorenzo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into chisme. All right, so Colin Kaepernick has made the headlines again, not for kneeling, but for the possibility of playing football again. He will join the NFL for a workout this weekend, along with the New York Giants, New England Patriots, and the Atlanta Falcons. Rumors circle that Jay-Z had something to do with this and pressured the commissioner to give Colin a chance. It's an interesting situation because usually these workouts are held on Tuesdays. I didn't know that, which brings us to ask, why is his on Saturday? And an even larger question is, will he continue to take a knee? Dun, dun, dun. All right, Michael, you being the sports guy. Oh, wow. You being the sports guy, what do you think about this whole situation going on?
It's a weird situation. I think that it just shows Jay-Z's power, that he was able to get this move. It's crazy because so many people were like, oh, Jay-Z turned his back and all this stuff when he signed that deal with the NFL. And he heard those things, so he's kind of like, this is the way that I can show people that, I mean business, and I'm going to make this happen for him. I hear it's like 24 teams that may actually show up for his tryout. I don't think anyone's going to sign Kaepernick this year because it's already like week 11, so the season is almost done.
Okay.
But it's just kind of like a preview for next year to see if he's ready. And
not even teams who can really use him?
Because at this point, not too many teams can use him because the winning teams have their quarterbacks and the losing teams don't want to win any much longer because they want to get a better draft pick. So I don't think it would be shocking if somebody signs him. I think it's weird that they're actually doing this and making it so big, but hey, let's see what happens.
But just to clarify, this is normal for players to get kind of like a private practice?
Nah, not like this.
Well, like what do you mean?
As far as you don't hear a special workout for this player this weekend. No, it's kind of like something that's low key, and you don't try out for multiple teams. It's like a team may call you in and you do a tryout because they may need to fill a roster spot. So they call you in, you try out. If they like you, they end up signing you. If not, you move on. But for it to be announced like this, that on Saturday, this big event to come see Kaepernick play, one of the former head coaches, Hugh Jackson, is going to help like with the practice. Like they're making this a big thing, and it's kind of NFL saying like, hey, we're doing something for Cap, so we're doing something good, and I just think it's BS.
Do you think he'll continue to take a knee?
To be honest, he got that money after they agreed together on the little court case that they had. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go.
Can I just go in the comments real quick?
Yeah.
We have Liz from Hoops.
Hoops Talk.
Yes,
Hey, Liz.
Hey, Liz. And hey, Ray, too. I see you, girl. But Liz said it's a PR move, not normal at all. She said that it's the entire way it happens is fishy. She thinks it's a stunt.
Yeah, it's a big stunt.
A stunt for what, though? What is it like? What is it?
It's just for NFL to show the minority fans, because it's not a lot of people. There's still the NFL, but it's some people who really stopped watching the NFL
Yes.
because of this whole situation. So they kind of want to show, hey, look at, like, the NFL ratings and stuff has dropped kind of since the Kaepernick thing.
Yes.
Not major, but they dropped. So it's kind of a way to say, hey, look at, if he's coming back to us and messing with us again, that means that everything is okay.
Okay.
What do you think about the timing?
That's
Well,
what.
that's why he's saying it.
It's super random.
Especially
Yeah,
with the
real
Super Bowl
random.
around the corner, they want more of an audience, I'm sure.
Yeah, like the playoffs are like the season end in like 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. So it's like, why would he sign with a team right now?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I think
facts.
the deal that he can sign, the most he can sign with a team at this point is $800,000. He probably only
800,000.
at this time of the year, and he only would touch about $300,000. So it's not about the money with that aspect, but it's just the fact that they want to say, look, we gave Kaepernick a chance where you should have did this at the beginning of the season, where he would have actually had a chance to actually play games. You know,
Yeah.
if he signed with the right team and an injury occurred or the quarterback played bad, he can actually play in the games. But now at this point, he's not going to play. Like I said, if you're on a bad team, you want to keep losing. I don't want this guy to come in and start winning. If you're on a good team, you're already winning, so I'm not going to bench my quarterback.
I mean,
for
that
you.
makes sense. That makes sense. All right, moving forward to the next chisme. So, ladies, last week we discussed T.I.'s he's checking in onto his daughter to ensure that she remains a virgin. So it's crazy for sure, just downright obnoxious, but we don't have to get into that again. Ladies, did you know that the Pornhub is now offering $1 million for her to lose her
That
virginity?
is so disrespectful.
They see it
Wow.
as a way to get back at T.I. Not sure if that's the right way to do it. But that's crazy, yo. Like,
Dude, the internet is.
man,
They're
they're
offering her a meal to
Hey, would
have
you lose
sex?
your virginity?
She's
virginity
18
for,
though, right?
for?
She doesn't even
yeah,
need
she's
that
18.
money. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
Nah,
does
she
not.
doesn't.
She doesn't.
I
need
mean,
it.
we talking about T.I.'s daughter versus like anybody
Yeah.
random person. I'm sure the random person probably be like, yeah, I'll do it for a meal.
Yeah,
But
it's
this is
T.I.'s
T.I.'s daughter. She
And why?
knows.
It's like clearly he has an issue with that. Why are they making?
just to piss them off. Just to
Pornhub
piss them
is
off.
weird.
And to get their name out there. Now we're saying Pornhub.
Headlines.
And now there's like, what's
Yeah.
going
Well,
on?
Pornhub they've been around. Like niggas
Yeah.
know what Pornhub is.
No, yeah, facts.
But I don't think it's as popular as with females, I guess. I don't know.
Females.
And then
probably
females are the
If, you
ones.
wa- if anyone watches porn, y'all know what Pornhub is.
All right, well.
what is it?
Hey, maybe we can get
I don't watch
sponsored by
porn.
Pornhub.
No, of course I've been looking for that sponsor for a minute.
I
So,
heard your last show.
yeah, we've been hitting up Pornhub. So Pornhub, if you're listening to this, Courtside Radio starting 5. Make sure y'all check us out. We need that.
You're hilarious. All right, moving on to the next chisme of the night. Pretty much, all right. So if you're a fan of eyelash extensions or you wear them often, you'll want to make sure you're doing this one thing so you don't end up with lash lice. Some optometrists say they're seeing an increase in cases of lash lice, known by its medical term. What? Cozy over here getting mad about this already. I think it's called demotics. Dr. Soraya Malik says lack of cleaning leads to the bacteria buildup. Other symptoms include itchiness, redness, and inflammation. But what's more alarming is the lice. The lice are organisms that live on their hair follicle. It's just like having head lice, which could be transferred to anyone.
I have a question.
Imagine if you're making out with them and boom, it just jumps on your lashes.
That's
So
gross.
Dr. Malik adds, cleaning your eyelids is critical. We recommend tea tree base cleanser that has a diluted form of tea tree, and it's a good idea to use on a daily basis. So to be safe, she says it's a good idea to give your eyelids a break from the lash extensions every now and then. So fellas, you're gonna start having to check out your girl's lashes for that lice.
I have a question though.
That's how it looks like. Just FYI, it's a picture of the lice.
No, yeah, it's nasty. But I thought that was a white people thing. I didn't know if black people or Hispanics getting.
Well, people with
Nice.
coarse hair do not get it, right? So, like
That's not
African
true.
American people,
It's rare.
yeah.
It's rare. Yeah.
Right. African American people don't like it because, you guys use a lot of oils and stuff in your hair. But like for me, when I dye my hair,
Yeah.
I don't get it because I have chemical in my hair. They are more prone to virgin hair. That is like my
natural,
hair. Like, yeah, like
untouched.
this type of
Yeah,
hair,
no,
whatever you
never
call this.
dyed hair. Yeah,
Yeah, virgin hair.
virgin hair. But the lashes, anybody can get that.
But that's another question that I have because this is fake fake hair. Like it's
fake
fake lashes.
lashes.
It's feathers.
But
so
it's
how
built
the
up
hell-
bacteria, they were saying.
It's because people keep those things on forever, and then you see some people with the eyelash, like they have
And they
like
think
3
it's
long
glue?
ones. Yeah, it's probably glue. You know, that's true. Sometimes you look at them and you think it's glue. It's probably fucking light.
Oh no!
Hey,
No,
don't you-
no,
you-
no!
can you wash that off or no?
I don't know. I've never
That is
I've
crazy.
never in
What
my life
treatment
put
would
on
you
fake
do?
lashes.
You put shampoo in your eyes.
Well,
Yeah.
shampoo doesn't kill lice, and it
Oh.
doesn't clean them. You literally have
take
to
them
do
off
a
and
treatment.
dip them in.
Right, and the whole rid,
Dip 'em in
it's
Rid.
called rid. It's this chemical that kills them, and then you have to go and brush them out, and then they lay eggs, so you have
At
to
that
take
point,
the eggs out.
throw the
too.
damn lashes in it. Why the hell would you even?
Right.
That's
Yeah,
gross.
it's crazy.
Let it go.
Yeah, so fellas, make sure y'all check out their lashes. Before you
I
start
don't know
making
what
out.
I would do if I had.
Ugh, look, stop showing
nah.
these pictures,
Nah.
Kosi.
Now
I don't know
Chris
what I
is
would
gonna
do.
be
Like, I don't know what
making
I
out
would
with
do.
his eyes open.
Producer Kosi is going live tweeting from Ladies Night, so she will be posting some pictures. Post that picture of the lice on there on our Instagram. I mean our Twitter, so they can see the picture.
I'm gonna just tell the girl before I kiss her. Can you, let me wash your face real quick, so I can make sure that you lice free.
And that wraps up tonight's Cheese Man.
Una clase de chisme de otro mundo.
Disgusting.
No me diga, nena, cuéntame.
That look just like Jocelyn.
It's
Nah.
not though. I promise
I think
you,
she's
it's
an
not.
actress. I don't know who she is, but I've seen her before.
You guys are funny. All right, are you guys ready? Because you know what's next?
Game time.
And we're gonna start off with Chris. It's gonna be truth or shot. We got some shots lined up for
I'm
you.
not drinking. I told you earlier I was
Go,
not
Chris.
drinking.
I'm
Go,
just kidding.
Uh-uh.
Chris texted me. He's like, Jackie, I am not drinking.
Truth or water? We got water in here.
We got sink water.
No.
We got
last,
cups.
last time Chris was here, he took his first shot ever
He almost
of,
died.
What was it?
of
what?
Jack Daniels.
Absolutely not.
And it was his first shot ever, and he left
Jack's
pretty
is gross.
tipsy. I had to drive all of them home.
Was it Jack? It wasn't Jameson.
Jameson, maybe? I don't remember. It was one of
It,
those.
was,
like
it had a
Jack's
black
Honey.
label.
Oh, then it was
That's
Jack
Jack's, yeah.
Daniels. Yeah. All right. So today we are playing 5 seconds. So, as we're making it all about the men today, our game is going to be, themed with the men. So we're going to be asking questions. Now, this is the rules. You have 5 seconds to name 3 things. So, Maria, why are you looking at me like that? You play this game all the time. Why do you look so
I
confused?
get so nervous with game time, but what makes me even more nervous is that you look at me when you're explaining the whole situation.
Because you're giving me this,
and I know you're going to be like, all right, Maria, you're next. You're first.
All right, girl. Here we go. We're gonna,
Chris is first.
we're going to start off with Michael, actually.
There we
Ah,
All right, Michael, are you ready?
let's try it.
All right. You have 5 seconds to name 3 things. All right.
Can we know the subject beforehand? Or
No,
you just gonna
that's
ask
part
off
of
rip?
it.
Okay.
That's part of
It's
it.
geared towards men.
Yes.
Or about men.
Yeah. All right. Let me bring this down a little bit for you. All right. Here we go, Michael.
Let's do
Name 3 things that men have in their wallets. Go.
it. Money, cards, ID.
All right.
Yay.
All right. See, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Hey, last time I was on the show, it was tough, but this one was way better.
Looking for you to say a condom.
That's what I thought you was gonna say.
Right?
What?
He's like, what is
I
that?
don't have those. I like it raw.
Oh, Lord.
I thought it was a common
I
thing for
plead the
guys to
fifth.
have.
I like it raw.
I think it depends on the kind of wallet you have too.
Oh.
Because mine is metal.
And what does that mean?
Like I don't want to squeeze a condom in a metal wallet.
Oh.
Like it could bust open.
Bust.
Yeah.
Damn.
No big
No
smart.
pun intended, huh?
Yeah. No
Hey, that-
But the thing is, why would you just, like, that's why you keep it in the car or something, because you wouldn't just have one. Would you just, let me just get this
you never know.
one nut in?
What you gonna
real
go?
quick?
Go to the car and mess up the feeling?
Man, hey, if you really want this, you better wait for it real quick.
Okay, so Kosi's doing the timer. All right, Chris, you're next. All right, here we go. You have 5 seconds to name 3 R&B singers. Go.
Hold on, wait. These gotta be male.
Yes.
Okay, Usher, John Legend, and Chris Brown.
Oh, in 3 seconds.
And
you
he
did that.
re-asked the question.
Yeah, that's
Wow. Okay.
Now, you've done this before, man.
No, this is my first time playing this game with y'all.
All right, Myra, it's your turn. All right. Name 3 best physical traits in a man. Go.
Height, abs, eyes.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll take
I don't
it.
really care about abs. Or I don't know.
All right,
or
Maria,
height.
you do,
I don't
girl.
know. I just said that.
All right, Maria, you're next. Crazy Maria's up
Okay.
to bat. You ready?
Get focused.
Here we go. Name 3 ways to attract a man.
Ooh, look at him, bend over and say hello.
In that order.
In that order. Look at him, bend over, and say hello.
Now, Marie, have you done this before?
It sounds like
Have you done this before?
Mind your business,
You're
Chris.
going to say hello while you're bent over.
yeah. Hello.
Oh my God. All right, here we go. Another round. You ready?
Okay. Damn. All right back to it. Let's do it.
Michael, name 3 male actors. Go.
Actors, Chris Tucker, Denzel Washington. Ah. I was
All
going to say
right.
Jackie Chan.
All right. Let's see what the other one. All right, Chris. Yours is name 3 comedians. Go.
Kevin Hart, Earthquake, Eddie Murphy.
Okay, you got it. Okay, Chris, you're pretty good at this.
Earthquake is
You
dope.
don't know who Earthquake
Earthquake
is?
is dope.
Yeah,
I would
he's
say
hilarious.
D-Ray Davis. D-Ray is the man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I think that's it, Myra. So you're opted
I'm
out.
off.
You're out.
I'm off the hook.
Yeah, that's all we have.
But put Crazy Maria back on the hook.
Oh, Marie.
Find something for her.
We need something for Jackie.
Oh no, I know. I'm the host.
She gets a pass.
I get a pass all the time.
What you do on first dates after that last answer? I want to know.
Yeah, he got the question. What do you do on first date?
And that wraps up game time.
Maria has a clue. She's coming on with a cold.
You saw that, right?
All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our next segment of the day, which is go ahead and be given to us by Myra. All right, Myra. What is the question of the night for us?
Okay, so question of the night is, if you could sit on a bench and chat with anyone for 1 hour, who would it be?
Ooh, alive or dead?
Yeah, alive or dead. If you can sit on a bench and chat with anyone for 1 hour, who would it be?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Okay.
That's so easy
What you
for
about
you.
to say?
Nothing. That's like your answer for everything.
That's funny. Well,
He
we'll
loves
come,
Michael
we'll come back
Jackson.
to that. What would you say? We'll
Yeah,
come back
what'd
to
you
that.
ask him
Yeah.
for real? Would your first question be, did you do it?
No, because he didn't. I know he didn't.
He didn't do it.
I know he didn't.
You think he didn't do it either, Myra?
Honestly, I don't know.
He didn't do it. He innocent for a reason.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
OJ's innocent.
leave Mike alone.
let's
Let's
leave
move
Michael
on to
Jackson
the next
alone.
person.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother topic. He didn't do it. I don't know.
What
He's
about
an
you,
angel
Maria?
in my eyes.
For me, I would say my abuelita Maria, my grandmother, my dad's mom,
For an hour?
for an hour.
Okay, I see that. Okay, Michael.
For me, it comes to three. It's 3 people that I will be. You know, either one that I get, I will. You know, take a lot from. But it'd be Tupac Shakur, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King.
You can only pick one person.
He is just like me. You see, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but either one is fine with me. But those will be the 3. You know what I'm saying? If either of them pop up, I'll be like, "What's up?" I'll say Tupac off the jump.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Tupac. All right. Oh, okay. I guess it's my turn. Or do you want to go first? Do you already know who you're gonna pick?
I don't. I mean, everyone's kind of naming artists except for her. I would say Nipsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
What about you?
What about
I don't know. 1
Salinas?
hour.
Selena. Anything for Selena.
1 hour. I don't know. I guess I would probably pick Oprah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I'd probably pick Oprah for sure.
Would you ask her for some money?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first question.
Like Oprah. No, don't ask her for any money. Just give her some sad story about your life.
Yeah.
Then she just gonna offer it at that point.
You know who?
Right.
I don't think Oprah would. I think Ellen would. So
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
Oh,
Ellen.
Ellen.
That's another good one.
Ellen
Yeah.
would.
Ellen. I heard about this story of these girls that have a charity and went on her show, and it was like a fake charity, and they got like $750,000 from Kylie Jenner.
I know exactly who.
Yes.
Like a whole group.
It was
of,
from
like,
Florida.
It was like 6 girls,
They were like
7
all
girls.
young girls. They were like in their early 20s.
They look like fraud.
Oh
I
my
swear to God, when I
And it
saw
was
them,
a
like
fake organization?
they all look like fraud. Like they look like.
I didn't read the whole article because I just remember passing by it through when I was looking for stories, and that was one of them.
I watched that episode. They
Yeah.
all had like pink on.
No, they all just were dressed up like, like they all look like mini
But they all look
Kylie's.
really young girls.
Yes.
Yeah, mini Kylie's. They all had the same makeup.
Yeah, because they had their makeup
They all
done.
had makeup
Hey,
done.
that is the scariest room to ever be in.
Yeah.
You don't know.
No, but
what's
they were
gonna
all
happen.
Latinas too.
They were all. Yep.
Yeah.
That might not be too
Yeah.
But like nobody did research.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened. I need to read that article. I'll probably make it our next
I
season.
want to watch
bad.
that.
I know
episode.
a kid whose family was on there, and they actually received $2 million from.
Are you serious?
No, maybe 500,000. They got $1 million
That's a
from
big
Ellen.
jump.
Yeah, they got $1 million from Ellen.
Were they legit?
Yeah, they were legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up question of the night. Great question, Myra.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and jump into tonight's topic, which I was like, I like to play songs that go with it, and Michael, I let him choose, and he chose this song. Why are you rolling your eyes? Why?
Because this is not a man's world.
Don't do that, please.
We're celebrating the fellas today.
I get it.
would be nothing
Stop this part.
without a woman or girl.
No, it was I was gonna wait for that part right there for you.
Right? We had to put that part.
No, so today is International Men's Day. I mean, not today, November 19th. I think it was important for us to talk about this as a topic. We all have men in our lives, from fathers, brothers, cousins, colleagues, and even raising future men. And even though they sometimes can drive us nuts, we also have so much love for them. So we wanted to talk a bit about things that men go through that we might not be aware about. So today I have two guests who can help us with some insight on that. So first off, I already asked this one if you guys knew that there was International Men's Day. But if you were in charge, how would you have the world celebrate International Men's Day? And this is for Michael and Chris. So if it was up to you guys, how would we celebrate International Men's Day?
None of us would have to work.
Okay.
Let's just go back and forth.
Yeah, so
we wouldn't have to work.
wouldn't have to work. We'll have meals cooked for us.
Yep. Automatic meals from. I just feel like any woman we say, hey, like, can you cook us a meal?
Yeah,
then
facts.
they should be like, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody.
Anybody. You can just choose anybody.
We should be like, hey, like, could
Yeah,
you-
anybody? Hey, how you doing? It's International Men's Day. Can I get a plate or something?
Yeah, and they should say okay.
Yeah.
Get a plate.
You should get free haircuts.
Free haircuts.
Okay.
I agree with that
That's a
one.
good one.
Free tickets to maybe the nearest. We get to choose whether it's a sports event or a music event.
And this is for all the men around the world.
Yeah, around the world. Yeah.
Around the world. Around the globe.
So
Yeah, around the
all the
globe.
men will be at sporting events that night.
If that's what they want to go to.
And because look, we're doing a great thing for women, because then women get their time to do their, be with their friends or maybe do whatever. But we're doing what we want to do, macho stuff. Maybe free drinks.
Free drinks.
We should be able to hit bars and get like
Maybe a drink limit. One drink.
One free drink for everybody.
Why just
nah,
why
a
we get
couple
one?
drinks.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Y'all,
This is your
y'all
game.
be getting
That's right,
club,
that's
y'all
right,
be getting
that's
clubs
right.
for free.
Two drinks.
It'd be $2 specials. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like 2 for 1 specials. We need
Maybe
all
that's
that.
what we need. We need to go to the club, have all the women in the line.
We need a
big
fellas
ass
night.
line.
We need a fellas night.
Yeah.
You know, as the ladies' night on like Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. We need a
Yeah.
fellas night.
I'm listening.
So we want to be able to show up to the club and see all the women lined up and go right to the front. They're like, hey, man, come in.
Yeah.
So you guys can know how that feels,
Yep.
Imagine
hey,
so
that-
the bouncers will be women.
Michael, bring
Yes.
me
Yep.
in.
See, you think it? There we go.
There we
That's
go.
a good one, though. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
that's actually a great one. So that has to be
imagine
top 5.
Because
a
women walk
bouncer,
right in.
the
with
women.
no regard.
Yeah, and that I just want to know that feeling of I can just show up and we all together, and the girl like, damn, I like y'all, and boom, we just right in for
Yep.
free. While the women are like, why y'all let them in? Like that's something that men
Why
need to
y'all
experience.
If you saw
because,
us in the line, would you let us in with your group?
it matters the ones we like, yeah.
Not on International Men's Day.
the way that women do, they see certain guys like, don't talk to me, and they keep it pushing. We see the ones that we like. Hey, could they come in with us? Then boom, we do it like that. So
All right. All right.
that'll be one thing. Is there anything else we'll add to this special day? I'm trying to think. This is tough.
I think men should like take care of themselves more. So I think we need like a groom, like some type of
Self-care.
day.
Self-care
yeah,
day.
some type, but at the spa though, like either at the spa or what?
I agree, but I'm thinking more of the beginning of going to America.
Oh,
like
my
a luxury
goodness.
treatment.
Yeah,
we
so
need
we're
that.
getting
We
the
need our
babe,
toothbrush for us. We
Yep.
need
Oh, wow.
like
Bath.
the royal penis needs to be clean.
Yes.
But
All
you
of that.
wait.
Yeah.
Y'all never seen that movie?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Coming to America.
But my thing is, women don't get that treatment on International Women's
Y'all didn't
Day.
ask for it.
Y'all didn't ask
Y'all
for
didn't
it.
ask for this.
You gave us a
Okay,
question.
okay,
and
you're right. You're right.
We're
you're
asking
right.
for it, and then
We need roll pedals on our feet
yep,
at all times.
and then we want to finish the night the way that it should finish, and then maybe be read a nice book to sleep. You know.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do
Okay.
that.
Now that's very romantic. Right
that's
there,
cute.
yes.
That was cute.
I like.
I
the
was not
ending.
expecting the ending, but
I like that.
Who do we
Okay.
talk to about getting this?
Yeah, I know.
Like, who do we need to talk to?
your girls,
I need to. America,
Your-
listen.
your
We need to
girlfriend.
make this happen.
your lady friends. Okay, all right. So I definitely wanted to get an idea insight of how Men's Day, their special day would be. So that's some good ideas there. Actually, gives you some ideas for your, if you're not romantic, how you can be romantic for your man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they were just
Just
putting
make
some
a whole
great
man's day
ideas.
for your
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Hey, okay. Well, it's the 19th, so they still got time to plan this.
Yeah.
All right.
Or if they don't do it on the 19th, they could just be like,
A random
November
day.
1st is your day.
Okay. All right. Well, being a man, do you guys think it's harder or easier to be a man than more than a woman? And this is completely, we don't expect any answer. It's kind of from what your life experiences, I guess.
I think it's harder to be a woman because, women can't really. I'm not gonna say they can't. They're like, let's say if y'all travel alone, like y'all gonna be targeted, y'all gonna be looked at. Like versus if we went somewhere by ourselves, ain't nobody gonna care. Then, just like that most recent, where that woman got kidnapped.
The
Yeah,
lift.
like that.
Oh my God.
That probably would have never happened to a guy. Like I don't even.
But
think
it
that
is
would happen.
happening to men. It just happens more to women.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like everything happens more like to women. So I feel like I just feel like women are targeted a lot more than we are. Like we get a pass with practically everything, and women have to just be on standby, have to just be on lookout for literally everything. Like y'all, like even if y'all go into the club, a guy's gonna probably roofie you or something. Guys don't get that often. So yeah,
Right.
I think it's harder to be a woman.
Right.
And I think if a man would be, hit on by a Lyft driver talking about, they're taking them, like they're kidnapping them, guys will probably like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, okay, go ahead
Right.
and kidnap.
No,
Let's
it matters
roll.
what you look
no,
like.
because
Well, yeah,
Well,
but
that
just
too,
imagine if she was a hottie.
Yeah, if she was,
And
if
she
she's
like,
a
I'm
bad chick,
kidnapping
you
you.
kind of be like, but
ain't
then
even
you be
gonna
like,
think you about
damn,
getting
what's
kidnapped.
you don't
no,
want to
because
know
she
my
could
name?
she could be taking you to a group of guys who are gonna hold him down and take his organs. You know what I mean?
But,
Like,
but a
usually
typical
what-
guy ain't about to be like, oh, I'm about to get kidnapped. They about to think like, oh, I'm about to get some ass.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
True.
It matters how skeptical it is. I had an incident in Vegas. I was kind
What?
Shaky,
Talk
but,
about it.
of what?
Talk about it.
No, it was just it was weird because I was out. Pretty much the group that I was out with was all drunk. So I was like, man, I'm not about to just stay in here and do nothing. So I went to like a club and was there. And I was clearly there by myself. And then a chick comes up to me. We talking, dance, and all that stuff. And she's like, hey, where you staying at? And I'm like, I didn't want to tell her because I'm like, that's a weird first question to ask. But yeah. So and then I see her. Like, after she's like, oh, yeah, we should hang out after this. I'm like, all right, let's see what's good. And I see her walk off, and like she goes and talk to a group of guys. So I'm like, damn, maybe she set me up to get robbed. So I was like, I got to get out of here. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Scary.
Yeah.
But just to play the devil's advocate to that, is it being tougher being a man or a woman? I think that some can say that, being a man is tough because of the expectations of so much. Like, you're expected to be the head of your family. You're expected to, have kids, have a wife, lead your family when it comes to pretty much every aspect of it. Then not only do you have that challenge, then you have the challenge of the rest of the men in the world is like, I have to be greater than this guy, you know what I'm saying, to keep my family happy and to maybe keep my woman happy too, so she won't look anywhere else. And then if I have kids, I have to show my kids what a good man looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't want to be, oh, that's my dad, he raised me, but I didn't really learn anything from him. You want to be somebody that your kids walk away and be like, man, if I end up just like my dad, man, I'm gonna be a good man. So that's an expectation that I guess I'm not sure if women have. Like, I don't know if you like, I want to be just like my mom. But as someone who grew up, with my dad, it was like you want to be able to say that I am, my dad are better. Right. So it's a expectation that you have to deal with, and you don't want to fall short of that. So I think that is pretty tough.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was going to be my next question is, like, what are some stresses or, like, pressures that you deal with on a everyday basis? And you kind of hit it, like, you have the pressure of, providing for your family, of being the man of the house, being the protector. What does that feel like for you guys?
That's scary, honestly, because
really?
Like we don't know if like for me, I don't know if I'm gonna ever get married. Like I don't know if I'm gonna ever have the chance to be able to provide or start a family or whatever. So like that's one of my biggest fears, not to be able to do that. So
really,
yeah, that's one of them. So yeah, I mean I just feel like there's always possibilities of things that's never gonna happen for somebody.
Why do you have that fear though that you're not going to marry? And that's usually a fear
I'm
that a lot of women.
It's not going to happen. I'm just saying like it's one. Yeah, it's like it's always a what if in the back of my mind. Like if it doesn't happen.
And I kind of know why.
Why?
Because as a man, it's like you kind of want to only like the greatest thing that you can leave this earth is your seeds, and leave a generation that can follow you. It's pretty much keeping your name, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be able to keep your name. And if you don't get married, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just go out and have kids with anybody. But, man, maybe they won't have your name, and you won't be allowed to be the father that you hope to be. So, it's that pressure of not only hoping that you get married, but then finding a good woman too, because you don't want to just marry anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you want somebody that's going to ride for you and be there for you. And then another major thing is not every guy, like everything goes perfect to where they can be the head right away, or when they have times of weaknesses. Like most men, if you have those things those times of weaknesses, people look at that as, oh, man, this dude is struggling. He's weak. He needs his woman to take care of him. Where it's like, man, maybe I just fell off a little bit, and you're hoping you have a woman who respects that and be like, you know what, I got you. Get back on your feet where you need to be, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. I never thought about that. I never thought men actually had those fears. I know a lot of women do have the fear of like, not finding the right person, not getting married. But I thought like men, I felt like for marriage, I don't know why, I feel like men have the power in that sense.
Really? Why? Because they asked the question?
Yeah. Well, because it's more common that because at the end of the day, you're waiting, right? You're waiting. If you're in a relationship with somebody for 5, 6, 7 years, most relationships, they wait on the man to do the question. So it's kind of like you're waiting for him to be ready and ask.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like men sometimes like they have that power.
And I think it kind of matters the man too, like what type of family you were, raised in. Because some families there's no expectation of marriage,
Yes.
But in my family it's different because my parents been married 35 years.
Wow.
My brother, he's been married 14 years. So even they come to me like, man, when you gonna get married? When is that? It's like, damn.
So you get the pressure
is
too?
real,
man. Yeah, for real.
It's I really didn't think men got the pressure like that.
No, yeah, because
y'all get it more, but we definitely get asked like, so where's she at? Blah blah blah.
And the reason why women get asked more is because your time for having kids is different than a guy's. But even then, for a man, it's like you don't want to be 40 and your baby's 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when your son or daughter is 20, you're 60 years old, is like, you're much older, like your impact will be different compared to if you're 40 or like in your early 50s being a father of a child at 20 years old.
Yeah, okay. Y'all better stop popping babies out.
So probably,
What you say?
Y'all better stop having some babies.
I actually put an application on Instagram saying that, you got to make sure that, a certain type of woman I put on there, just fill out the application.
So I want you guys to be really aware and comfortable, like, and kind of express. So, like, if you guys could tell women, like, anything right now, like, this is your time to kind of, like, to have us understand your certain situations. What would be some of the things that you would want to share? With no judgment, Maria and Myra.
No, yeah. What is very vital?
No judgment zone.
What is very vital is communication between a man and a woman. Like, we have to be able to talk about things. A lot of course, men hold some things things back because, you know, some men feel that they're stronger than others. But sometimes women hold things back as well to where they go to their friends and talk about it, to where it's like, if we're partners, man, talk to me. Like, I'm here. What's up? Like,
but you have to admit there are some men that don't like to talk about it. They're like, oh, don't give me with that.
No, yeah, some men don't like to talk about it. And I just think that men have to do a better job of that, of speaking to their partner to let them know what's real. And that, I just think it's big on both ends. Like, communicate to each other, talk to each other, because we are different, male and female.
I agree.
We're going to think differently. So,
what about you, Chris?
We need to discuss.
That's what I think communication is key in like every type of aspect. So you don't want to go into something that's like you thinking this way, but the other person is really truly thinking this way, and that's where a lot of things clash. So
yeah.
I think always, you know, just talking it out. Then like just it's no point of arguing about it. Like don't blow up at me if I'm just asking a simple question and stuff like that. So,
do you think women? What do you mean? Explain that part.
I mean, I've been in situations where like I just ask a simple question and it turned into a whole argument.
Like what type of question though? And at what point are you?
I'm trying to think like.
Also, though, think about at what point are you asking this question? You know, sometimes like some people need space, right? Because it's on a person-to-person situation. So there's people that when they are like to a level of stress or anger, they need that space just to kind of regroup, gather their thoughts, and then come back to the room and have that conversation. But then you have those people that want to talk and want to have that conversation.
And don't respect that time.
So you have to think about what question did you ask and at what point did you ask and who did you ask? Like what type of person was she?
But wait. Before that, why do you why? Why is that all that you just put on him?
Because like they say, communication is very important, but you also have to know hold on. You also have to know what your partner, like what type of partner you're dealing with.
But he's not a mind reader either. And if he's just asking a question, how is he supposed to know?
How long were you with her though?
No, you can't put that.
Yeah, because if you were with her in a good enough time, okay, then you should know what type of partner you are dealing with.
Because
I don't know if I can
because
then
to you. You're going against what you just said about communicating. So she's okay to get mad at him because asking a question. That doesn't make any sense.
If she is heated and she's not the type of partner. Hold on. If she is heated and she's not the type of partner to have a conversation while she is mad, she's the type of person that she wants to just be alone, regroup, and then she comes back to a conversation. That's different.
But then women do something sometimes weird to where they go to their friends and talk about it first, where it's like now you're getting
involving
poisoned.
Somebody else.
Yeah, by your friends who it might be someone who don't like your male partner who's going to tell you something that you don't need to hear, to where it's like, if this is an issue between me and you, let's discuss this so that we can solve it as a team and as a unit.
So as men, you're saying that you would want your partner to come talk to you about whatever is bothering them before they go to their girlfriend.
Yeah, we understand that you're going to talk to your friends.
Tell them after the fact.
Yeah, and because the crazy part is...
Don't tell them at all.
Right. I mean, that too.
Yeah, that part.
I agree with that.
Dudes don't go and be like, hey, bro, man, my girl is da-da-da, because most of the times, you know, your homie's going to be like, what? Like, you talking about what?
You'd be amazed. There are some guys that go out there and hang out, and they have that tabletop conversation.
I haven't met them yet, but, you know.
That's good, because you don't attract those type of people in your life.
Yeah.
You don't want that. But it's also what you attract.
I just think that, like, a lot of guys, you know, we just like, man, women just disappear, and by that time, guy might move on. Like, cool, I'm watching the game. I'm not even tripping on it. And then you come back with this whole energy that I'm like, damn, like, you weren't tripping at first. You just told me everything was good. Now you leave. Yeah. And when I'm comfortable and chilling, now you come back and like, so remember that time? And it's like, bro, no.
So I definitely want to remind our listeners, like, I don't want us to think that we're man bashing or women bashing. I think right now I'm giving the men the opportunity to express themselves in a way that they possibly might not feel comfortable sharing in front of their partners or wives. And this is a space where we're gonna just kind of let them say their, what's on their mind and how they feel about certain situations. And we're just hearing them. Yeah, and it's also a way for us as ladies to understand like the mind of a man, and understand, so what Chris brought up a good point as far as like, he just asked a simple question and then you had like 6 questions just to
that actually kind of
you about to jump down my throat.
50 Cent, 21 questions.
That's kind of proved the point, because then now you're making an excuse for that person.
Yes,
that it's okay for you to go
to get mad
and go get mad, and then now we don't talk about what we talk about, and then by whatever time you've cooled off or whatever,
I'm over it.
He's over it. Then you
done.
come back with the raft, like, oh, and so it's like, what that's how
those are two different type of people, and that's what I'm saying.
But that's the whole point of this conversation.
Discussion,
when you're in that type of, you need to have these discussions, because it's not fair for one person to get a pass and just say, oh, I'm not talking about it, I'm out of here. You know,
not necessarily. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that sometimes also, like, when you're mad, you say things that, you know, you're going to regret later on. Yeah. So sometimes it is better to let that person go. Definitely. And I agree.
Because look, I think all of us, maybe not all of us, but maybe people who've been in relationships for a long time have experienced those levels, and you see growth in people, right? And at some point, maybe in the beginning or in the first few years or so, you did go through those kind of things. But as you grow, you learn from all of that, and you don't do those type of things anymore. So I think when you're with someone like that, they have a lot of growing to do, or self-evaluation to do, at least so that they can, you know, you don't have to have these fights, and you can eliminate whatever drama it is, and then just move on from it.
Yeah.
And like you said, what is key is knowing who you're dating too.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, what I believe, when you're dating a Latina or a black woman, it's a whole nother level. So you have to be mentally prepared for that and knowing who you're dealing with, because the fire is much bigger than if you're dating maybe an Asian woman or a white woman. So
look at Maria's face. I wish y'all could see crazy Maria's face.
It's not being
right
offended.
now.
It's real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't get offended. I know I'm crazy.
It's not a stereotype, but
that is a huge stereotype, because I am a Latina woman, but I'm also a Latina woman that loves to like have conversations and talk about it and let's fix it.
Well, we do call you Crazy Maria.
Because this heifer right here started that damn name.
No, but it fits you perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
See, it's not because we think you're actually crazy, and
you just do crazy things sometimes.
It's genetic.
Like go knock on people's doors and ask them for a wine opener just so we can open our wine at the show.
It's outgoing, happy Maria. So
yes, it's in a positive way.
That's a positive crazy.
Yeah, I think we're all a little crazy, but in a good way.
Yeah. And in the sheets.
Well, we didn't even know all that, but okay.
So speaking of in the sheets, which is crazy, that's something that, you know, also that, you know, when it comes to a guy, like we want a woman that's pretty much, you know, ready to go. Like we don't want, like, you don't want anybody. Sometimes you hear of people and they're like, damn, y'all have set days and times for your sexual interaction. You know, I guess maybe that's just a married life for people that's married. I don't know if anybody's married here, but you kind of want a woman that's just like spontaneous when it comes to that, to where it's like, all right, oh damn, this is fun, and keeping that there. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you're with somebody, the more it's kind of like that fire is gone. But keeping that fire, because that's always going to intrigue a guy to know that, you know, your woman is like that.
I did bring you guys here, and I know that we've been asking a lot of questions, but now I'm going to try to change the topic a little bit, and I'm going to have the ladies kind of just appreciate our men, and I want to ask the ladies to share some things that they appreciate about the men. Not these particular men, but just men in general.
For me, I appreciate hardworking men. Is that what you're asking? Like, what I love like in the man that I date, or
sure,
hardworking man. I appreciate a man that works hard and loves their family and does everything for the vision long term for their family. Like, you know, sending their daughters off to college, making sure that they're okay, making sure that, you know, they have a roof over their head. What else? Myra, do you want to bounce back and forth like these guys?
Well, I'll jump in really quick, too. I'll say, you know, even though I am a feminist, I do enjoy when men do, like, chivalry things. Like, for example, I will use Michael as an example. Michael and I are friends, and we hang out every so often. And anytime we hang out, I always say this about you to other people. I don't know if you know this, but, like, he literally loves... It's just who he is. He does it naturally without even thinking. He opens doors. He opens your car door. He walks you to your car. Like, and I'm a feminist, and I'm like, I can do things on my own. But I let him be. I don't try to like belittle him, and because it's who he is. I already know it's not like he's trying to date me or anything. It's literally, I've seen him do this to many people, and it's just who his character is, and I appreciate that in men in general, and in men like Michael, who like will walk you to your car. Like, I'm probably parked like 2 cars down, and he will walk me to my car to make sure I got there safe, and then he'll go back to his car. So it's things like that I like, the chivalry. I still like when, you know, men are gentlemen. and the fact that you are aware that women can be independent and do things for themselves, that's still, you know, the fact that I don't know, it just means a lot to me, and I appreciate stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
because it's not like you're expecting it. We're never expecting that. So when someone does it, I definitely notice it, and I also notice when they don't too. But I don't say anything because I'm not expecting it.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. I don't get offended.
And I don't mind that no one's doing it. But it just kind of tells me a lot about somebody's character.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate.
And women
like
too. Like if women hold the door for me, I'm like, okay, I appreciate that. It's more about, like you said, your character than it is about being a man or woman.
Yeah. It kind of just makes you, look at people. It takes it back to like, oh man, this person has been raised well.
Yeah.
You know?
So for me, another one is when, it's always the expectation that the woman has to cook. Coming home to a cook meal.
Oh my God, yes.
For me, like when I come home to a cook meal, I just want to fuck the shit out of you.
Oh my God.
Like put the kids to sleep.
Look at my camera.
And it's gonna be all about you. Like it really touches.
That's a turn. That's a turn on.
Especially
even if it's nasty.
What if he can't cook and he wants
the fact that he attempted?
You attempted, honey. We about to eat this.
We gonna eat it. Yeah.
And he gonna eat something else.
This meal. And we about to go in.
Yes.
Right after.
I agree.
I want to say one thing just to take it back to the guys' end of it. Like the first thing that you said was, a guy that's hardworking and stuff like that. Like guys actually appreciate a woman that's ambitious and wants to do stuff for herself. Like this isn't 1940s to where we just want you to be in there. Like we appreciate that, to see a woman who's out there like, hey, I'm about to go get this and grind the same way you are. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a sexy thing to have, because it's some women who want guys just so they can be like, cool, I got you, you doing your thing, I don't have to work anymore, do nothing like that. And it's good. Like we don't want you to be like, I'm gonna take care of the family, I got it, because the guy in us is like, we want to do that aspect, but we love to have a partner that's like, cool, let's do our Jay-Z and Beyonce thing and both get this bag,
Yeah, it's a partnership.
And in reality, nowadays, like, both partners have to work to have a decent living here in LA.
Yes.
But for me, like, coming up with my father, and my father is hands down a hard-ass worker. Like, he's really. So that just put it in me. Like, I think it's sexy when a man is not only working, but like works on his house, does the lawn. Like I'll be just watching, like, good Lord, you want some lemonade? Like I'll just, like, it's something about that it is so sexy to me. So that's what I meant.
But I also like if like the woman's out there, like I'll be out there helping you too. Like, you know what I mean? If we're gardening together.
Yeah, definitely.
We're doing it together. We do the outside work together. We're going to do the inside work together.
Maybe not mowing the lawn, but you got the flowers.
But
I've
mowed the lawn.
Really? Yeah.
My dad has made us mow the lawn.
Father, like he just,
and he has all the tools. It's fun.
How do you guys feel about a woman who like wants to do it all by herself? Not because she doesn't trust you doing it, but that's just kind of like
her character, how she was raised. Or
I don't.
Men are not gonna care.
No, I would care, because I would feel like I would want to feel wanted. Like I would want
needed.
Needed. Like I would want you to feel like you want my help at something. Like let's just say, I don't know, you couldn't figure out to turn the thermostat on and you just really trying to figure it out. You YouTube and shit. Like, why you just can't ask me? I'm upstairs. Like, let's just say you down there and I'm up here and I didn't know. Like, you don't have to do all that. Like, you could just come ask me. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I don't like that. Like, at least ask.
Like, I'm the kind of person that would want it. Like, I just get shit done, but I would rather not. Like, I would rather you step up and want to do it, or at least try to do it. Because, I mean, I know I can take care of it by myself, but I would rather somebody else, like, step in and be like, I'll help you out. I'll take care of it for you. You know?
Man, I just think that a lot of those issues come from women who don't have a father in their life.
That is
so
true.
Their mother teaches them that you don't need a man, so you can do it without yourself. But I always
it's not that you don't need a man. It's that don't wait and to do things to for a man. Just get it done. Figure it out.
I always tell women that's in that situation, like, don't be afraid to like be weak. Like, this is your man. Like, you got this person for a reason. So don't be afraid to just be like, hey, daddy, you got this. You know what I'm saying? And let him do it, because then that helps our ego out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fact that it's like, all right, my queen told me that she wants me to do this. So I'm going to prove her right by doing it. So It's just, don't be afraid to be, meek and soft at times. Because some women be too hard all the time. And
Right.
You know, where you like, what the hell is going
Fast.
on?
Who are you dating?
Yeah, like who are you dating? Like I'm here for a reason. Like you need me in the bedroom for sure, but for this you don't. So let's see if how about both.
Speaking of bedroom, and I know Chris, you had brought this earlier about like self care. So we gonna talk about the manscaping. All right, so
Why are you looking at me?
because you looked at me when I said manscaping. You got off your phone real quick and you looked up and you smiled at me. You're like, I like this topic.
So what I've learned about Crazy Maria, she's a freak. She be ready for these
y'all
conversations.
should see our chat box.
Oh
Ooh,
my
Jesus.
god!
I think I knew that when I first met Maria.
Oh my God!
Facts, me
It's not
too.
a Maria segment. It's all about men. Okay,
Maria's she's an
Maria.
angel. She's an angel.
An erotic angel.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, ladies. So manscaping. When it comes to manscaping, how do you like your men? Maria, we're starting with you.
No,
Crazy.
start with Myra.
She's
She's
got
you.
direct.
I'll ask her the next one. How about that?
She's got you line of sight right
Look,
there.
like,
So.
We want to know.
Yeah, we want to know how you like your men.
Okay, so tell me again what manscaping is real quick, because I know
Grooming?
you explained it to
Grooming.
me yesterday. Okay, grooming. So
As far as like the sexual part,
yeah, and the face part
Okay.
and like the private areas.
all right.
So I like my man to always take care of himself, right? So I like a man with swag, and always take care of himself. I'm not really big on like body type, so like, you know, we could go to the gym, you could be like looking good. I like for you to know how to work it. Is that part of manscaping?
No.
What direction am I going with this?
She talking about
I'll go first.
You know I always go in there.
All right, Myra will go first.
She got right to
So-
it.
Yes.
Because she said grooming.
Yeah, grooming.
She said know how
post
to
that.
work
You
it.
delete that.
I definitely like clean shaven. It doesn't have
Okay.
to be like completely bald, but it would have to be like trimmed and clean shaven. Underarms, I really don't care too much about, but I noticed that a lot of men kind of trim them down or like shave them down a little bit. They're not like
I
bald or
appreciate that.
anything. But I would appreciate that. I don't want like all that, because you know sometimes you lay in there and you put your arm in. I don't want that shit all in my face. So trim it, or
break that shit
you,
while I
you know, like you guys
All the
have.
baby hairs.
I mean, we were all younger at one point, and we had to get older to appreciate the grooming. Because when we
Right.
were younger,
Yes.
we didn't know better.
That's what I'm saying. I like a
And
man
and I'm
with
sure you guys don't want to walk around all sweaty and like doesn't you know so.
And if it's
but
really long, it leaves a smell for a long time.
It does.
It stinks.
Yeah,
But-
just like a woman, same thing.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Just like the hair on your head.
Yes,
Exactly.
You have
so
to
I would
wash
appreciate
it.
you don't have to shave, but guys have clippers. You can put it on 5 or 4 or whatever that shit is, and then
Ooh,
just
she
kind
know
of
the numbers
She knows
over
it.
here. Okay,
Check
Myra.
Myra.
Hey, you know, I'll help you if you need some help.
What about
Myra's giving
chest
me
hair?
life.
Chest hair.
I've never had to deal with chest hair.
Okay.
Never.
Back hair.
I've never had to deal with back hair.
Do the hairs on their arms or their legs bother you?
Nah, I don't care about that.
They can be super long.
On the legs? I mean, men are supposed to have hair on their legs.
I mean,
Like
I
Middle
would,
Eastern kind of, like, you know how they really hairy.
I don't know.
care
I
about
would
that.
rather you have hair on your legs than me feeling freaking whisker.
Because there's some men that don't have no leg hair on their legs.
No.
I've never dated a man with hair on his chest, but I feel like if I
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
That's a yes
You
or a
know,
no.
A lot of guys, a lot of guys shave the hair on their chest.
Yeah, it's not too much.
What
of a
about the
thing.
beard, the facial hair?
I don't mind facial hair,
I've
No.
never dated a man with a beard.
but if it's,
I don't even. I know you told me what it feels like.
I mean, yeah, I've never actually
What?
really dated someone with a long beard or anything, but
She
I
said,
wouldn't mind it
"Stop.
as long as they
Stop.
take care of it.
Stop.
Hey, so listeners,
Oh
if
my
y'all don't know about Jackie, she loves
The
her
Cozy,
man with beard.
everybody look at what Cozy's pointing What are we looking at, Cozy? Yeah, I don't know what she was pointing at.
That's wild.
she's trying to detour from herself.
Well, she pointed. I was just.
Hey, I should have brought my notepad out. Y'all giving game, huh?
I'm just saying.
You know what,
yeah.
too, though? I love a man with an ass.
What?
That's not part of
I
manscaping,
love-
but okay.
oh.
That's
Yeah.
part of your features that you like.
You
in a
get
man.
right to
You
it.
you going over here? We over here.
So Okay,
Maria,
so just
what's your
think
favorite restaurant?
Maria, think of landscaping, right? When you landscape, you mow the lawn, you're cleaning, you're trimming.
It's mostly hair.
It's basically
and
trimming hair or cleaning, grooming,
okay.
like men.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I
right. And so
like
we're
Crazy
just
Maria.
sharing what we like so that the men can hear. Everybody has a different preference.
All right. Well, if you don't have an ass, you're still good.
But since you're talking about ass, would you like a hairy ass?
Ass fro.
Ass fro.
Get that little baby comb out.
Hashtag that Cozy. Hashtag ass fro.
Ass fro.
All right. That's a good one. What about like manicures or pedicures?
I'm okay with the man that gets manicures and pedicures because it shows that he takes care of himself.
Okay.
And we could go together.
What if I bite my nails? That's a habit.
I mean, it is a habit. It's not a habit that turns me off. I can help you get through it. We could put some jalapeno juice.
You should
or
stop
whatever.
though.
Jalapeno juice.
I don't know. It's just every time they get too long, I have to bite them because it just
clip
feels
'em.
it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah,
No,
I like to clip.
Yeah, but the whole biting thing, that there's a root to that. There's something else that's probably anxiety, something you're dealing with.
But I promise it's not that. Like it's just a habit. Like I just
Are
bite
you
my
in your
nails.
thoughts
Find
a
a different
No.
habit.
But that's
Cozy, what was that? What was that?
guys. Just
Her
some guys
porn?
be too excited about getting their nails and
Mask.
stuff done.
Yeah.
But I be like, bro, you more
Yeah,
excited.
if you're
than
going,
the
if
girl.
you're going every 2 weeks like we do, or every week like we do,
What's
then
wrong with that?
I mean,
That's
if it's
weird.
like an appointment that you're making,
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't-
They're taking
I mean,
care of their hygiene.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But when you're like completely obsessed, where you're like, you know,
What
Hey,
color?
baby, I
candles
gotta get
on-
my nails done. You know, it's that time of the month. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my nails. It's like,
who knows? Maybe he's at that. Maybe he has that much time to spare, and hey, more power.
So
to
what
you
if he
you can.
he going with you? Like what if you
Yeah.
making an appointment? He like, hey,
That
make
could
me
just
one
be your
too.
bonding time.
Yeah, I'll be fine with
We
that.
went to the nail shop. All right.
Speaking
I've
of
never
that,
actually
man,
done it.
I'm over here trying
Girl,
to hide
I
my
tried
nails.
to make it today, but my mom.
So Cozy
yeah,
found a
I was
tweet
loud.
that it sums it up: manscaping in 5 acts. It goes
it's
in.
Van Lathan.
Okay, shit looks clean, and then it goes to, yo, man, why did I do this? A, what the fuck is that bump? 4, oh, it's from the razor. Shit, yeah. And then 5 is never doing this again. And then encore 4 months later. My shit is getting a little wild about that time. So it's kind of like levels of it. So.
Yeah, I don't think you have to do it as much as we do.
I say
He
definitely.
put 4 months.
But just like
I hope he's not.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It can
too
be
long.
4
That's
months.
too
That's
long.
really
That dude
That's
got a
too
fro.
long. Yeah, that's too long.
But even like for women, like we like to.
Nothing.
You like it clean, Maria? Okay, that's
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
So we weren't able to give our take on what we like from
Okay,
from
yeah.
women.
and that's fair. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you want to go
Let
first?
me think. What do I like?
While he thinks.
Yeah, you
Oh,
go
why he
ahead.
thinks so? The only way I like to see it like clean. That's the best way. Only way I really like to see hair, maybe if my name is in hair. But other than that,
Sick.
I want it to be. I like it. I like it to be clean.
That's too many words. That's a big ass chocha right there.
No, mine is Mykell, so that's not
Yeah,
bad.
you gotta put the PG in there. You gotta put the PG
Oh,
in
the
there
PG,
too.
yeah, that'll make it stand
Yeah,
out.
PG will just be perfect.
So just get the PG, and that'll be A1. But yeah, other than that, I like it to be clean.
Do you want your women to always like have their nails done?
Nails done? Nah, because it's not a all the time thing. Like every day, like if it's a couple weeks and it's like 2 weeks in, then you might say something about it, but just make sure your feet looking right. Like you don't want a
Right.
woman that's feet are terrible.
So about the hand, do you mind the fake nails, or do you want it natural, or you don't care?
Nah, I don't really care when it comes to that.
Okay.
As long as this shit isn't like way out here,
Yeah.
like too far,
That
where
shit
it's like,
ridiculous.
yeah.
How do you feel about like girls in makeup?
Girls in makeup. For me, I'm not a big fan of crazy makeup. Like I like natural women who, believe in their beauty and just are naturally beautiful. So I'm not big on that aspect of it. Cozy.
Kelsey,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yes.
So
For the most part, I think the ladies really don't wear makeup. I mean, I wear a little bit, but yeah, for the most
yeah.
part.
So when you just because some girls, I remember one girl, right? She will wake up every time like 6, 7 in the morning, run to the bathroom to put her face back on. It's like that's not necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So it's like having a natural face.
insecurity.
Of course, when you go out, you're gonna have some makeup on. But when you see somebody too dolled up, it's kind of like,
All right.
What
I
about
hate
you? What do
makeup.
you look like?
What about you, Chris?
I absolutely. okay, let me take that back. So I don't like to the point where I know you have on makeup. Like when you just said I didn't even think you had on makeup. I could see like you probably have some
lipstick and some eyeliner,
but I wouldn't even assume that you did. So like I like when it's like that. But if you got fucking eyeshadow, you got
layers.
Like, if you got all of that, like what do you need all that
this
for?
How you describe that. It looks like they're going to prom every time.
Every single time. Like,
it's so funny how guys describe it that way, but the women that wear a lot of makeup think it's, like they're glammed. Like, that's their
but they also do
look.
it for themselves. They like it. It's
but
a
that's
talent.
not bad that's bad for their skin. So you're going to slowly, like the woman I've dated 5 years ago isn't going to look the same. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about makeup, but I know that all these people that do it are really good at it.
Yes.
And have
it's a talent.
They have levels of it. I think they put like a layer of protector before, and then I can't even tell you
like
what
I don't even want you to be having to go through that. Like I just want you to be able to
just put some lotion on.
Yeah, put some lotion on, some cocoa butter.
Moisturizer, not no lotion.
Cocoa butter, shea butter, just put it on and
put some Vaseline on your lips.
You didn't say about you how you like the women.
Yeah,
okay, so I only had 2 instances. One where it was like completely bald, and then one that was like a landing strip.
Okay.
But visually, like looking at it up close, like it looks weird.
What, the landing strip?
Yeah,
but you had the arrow pointing at it.
Like I just don't like the way it looked. Like just imagine like a little bit of this, but I just don't like the way it looked. Like looking at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what else?
That would be impressive.
What?
A landing strip?
To have the hair saying, instead of your name, just saying yours. So when you get it, you like, okay.
No, I don't need that. I don't need you to cut anything out.
My
God. I've only had like 2 instances where it was like that's the only things I've seen. Okay. I don't really have like a preference. Of course, like just don't have no bush.
Yeah, I've never had the.
What do you do? Afro. What do you do if the girl's hot, y'all getting hot and steamy? All of a sudden, the draws come off and it's a bush there.
What you do is, hey baby, let's hop in the shower real quick, and you just kind of like
maybe you
get it started in the shower. Yeah, that's I enjoy the shower.
So, wait, are you shaving it?
That's what I'm saying.
You kind of start shaving yourself first, and then let her know the idea.
Okay, I thought we were talking about just washing
He played that out right now. Like,
you kind of be like, hey, okay, I'm gonna shave first, so hopefully she looks at it and be like, okay, I get it. And maybe
what if she?
And there's some women that don't believe in doing that. Yeah.
If she, hopefully
she just looking at you. She's like, oh, he's shaving, whatever.
What's her name? Wiz Khalifa's ex,
Amber Rose.
She's a really hot girl.
No, yeah,
she took that picture with her bush out.
The bush out.
So the bush would be in the way of you like making love to her.
I wouldn't like it. I would at least say, can I like allow me to do it?
You would offend her because she.
I hope you are fully shaven if you expecting the same thing.
Yeah,
because there's men that want this fully shaven and they're not even
and
shaven.
They have a bush. Yeah,
and it's like you want to do it, but you don't. You know what I mean? Like that don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, because I can't imagine the bush on bush.
No way. If there is there is something happening, you guys are hot and heated. That stuff's not going to get.
It's not going to get in the way.
Come on now.
Because you didn't start shaving.
You are not even. You're going to look past that. It's just a spare
in that moment, I am going to be like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Chris,
you will.
I believe that from you.
Yeah, I would be like,
I'm going to be like,
I believe that from you.
But I think we would still like go in.
So you want me to taste that? I don't know.
That's a
see
different
that?
story.
I don't know.
That's a different
story. But men want head with that bush down there.
You know what?
If she
smelling,
if she has a bush and she be like, well, if you ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna. Okay, that's fine. Just
cool.
Only because you have a bush.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you cut that, all right.
Yeah, facts. Maybe it's not that time to do this today. Maybe we should just keep watching that movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's like, man, that's
I'm cool with that.
I think you guys are lying.
You're lying.
No, I'm
for real.
I'm dead ass serious. Like, I'm dead serious.
Trust me.
I'll be like,
I mean, yeah, you're going to look at it and it's going to be something that you don't like. But what if you really like the girl?
Or maybe you might do it, but then you're going to let her know after the fact.
You can talk about it after.
Communication. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, because it may be something that's probably, how she, that's her body. That's
think about your long-term communication. I mean, your long-term relationships. After you have sex, you guys don't talk about it oh, you were wild last night. Or damn,
no, of course you talk about it. But see, what if it ain't that person?
Is that what goes down here the next morning at your spot?
Yeah. That's what they tell her.
Damn, girl, you were wild.
Don't you guys have that conversation?
Jackie be like, that 3-hit combo you did was woo.
That's a text in the morning, like, oh baby, I love when you did this.
I don't like asking like how it was.
You don't have to ask. I sometimes send it. I know what you're saying, but I don't wake up the next morning and be like, hey, I like what you did. You know, when you do a spun, no. I do like a text like, oh, I had a lot of fun. I like when you did this, this, and this. I'll send that text message.
No, I just know,
but
because
I won't say it like right there and then.
When you want some more, it's like, okay, I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So just if we doing it again, then I know
people should have some kind of conversation about it.
Well, speaking of text messages,
about what you like and what you don't like.
So speaking of text messages, what do you guys like about like what women text? Like, because obviously men do it a lot more. Like, good morning, baby. Hope you have a good day. But what would men like from a text message?
The same shit
receiving.
We do. The same shit.
Really?
We do. I would love that. But
okay, because I know so sometimes men send dick pics, and I'm not saying that women want that, but do men want like titty pics?
I don't necessarily want it, but I mean, if you send it, great. I'll love it. But I'm not gonna say like, hey, send me a nude. Like, I'm not gonna text you for it. But if you just if you send it to me, that's fine. Okay. Now if you let's just say you traveling or something and I'm horny, I may ask.
Okay.
But
FaceTime
or that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, this God created this great invention called FaceTime, to where you can see when
God created that.
Yeah,
I thought Apple did.
That was clearly God. But,
touch the person.
You can clearly see that. But yeah, like as for me, I don't need to see that because I figure I'm gonna get you naked anyway.
Ooh.
Hey, okay, Miguel.
You
calling me a freak, boo?
Hey.
You said a lot. You said a lot more than what
this
that.
is life. But yeah, honest to God truth is that I figure I'm going to get you naked. So if you want to send it, like that's cool. But I'm gonna see for myself. So
really quick in the chat box.
You talking about before sex or after?
After.
Oh.
Somebody, Anna in the chat box, she said, "Grown men don't care about hair."
She lying.
What the hell? I do.
Yeah, she lying because
she's calling y'all. Then y'all not grown.
She not. I'm grown.
I'll be a little ass boy then.
I don't think it's gonna get. You may care about how a woman grooms herself, but it's not gonna get in the way of you having sex with
underarms. That's getting in the way.
No, well,
it's gonna stop you from having sex with her.
Chris, in the spare of a moment, you're like super heated. You're like there. You're almost like you about to do it. Like you're gonna be like, oh, you got hair. I'm done.
If she has real arms out and I see a bush under them arms,
if the vagina bush is too big, you're gonna be like, come on, man. It's gonna make you question whether she actually like take care of herself.
Yeah. I've actually talked to men that say that they don't care, so it just depends on what your preference is.
No, yes, your preference, but at that time and moment, you're gonna do it anyway. But you're gonna remember that. So, say if it's just a chick that you've been hanging out with, you have sex with her, you're gonna remember that. That may be the reason why you never call her again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like. It's something like you said that you probably discussed. Is like, but how does a guy go about saying, "Hey, man, so I'm trying to hit that again, but can you shave that bush for me?" Like, how do you go about doing that?
Just don't say the first part. Just say, "Hey, like the first
time
we did it,
offend them,
But even a girl might be like, why does that matter to you? Like, this is my body. Then you got to deal with that part of it.
So right now at the moment, we're just getting Michael and Chris's opinion and preference. That's it. It's not for all men. It's just their opinion and preference. That's it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our next topic before we run out of time. So Chris had tweeted this. Chris, where can they follow you on Twitter? Just FYI.
CCCAW_.
Okay. And we are at Ladies Night _RS. So I follow you, and you posted something like, ladies, what are some romantic things you've done for your man? Something like that you said, right? Mm-hmm. So that was a great question. And then I kind of sent that question to the ladies group chat, and it was so funny because it's like, well, shit, I guess I ain't romantic because I haven't done shit. So some people said that. So I'm not everybody. I'm not naming no names, but but I mean, so you guys being you asking that, what kind of stuff would you consider romantic for you to be? Should we say that, or should we share what if anybody's done romantic stuff? I know I asked Kosi before the show started, and she mentioned that she made somebody lunch once, and actually it wasn't her partner; it was somebody she was interested in. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good. That's
romantic.
Yeah, okay. That's romantic.
I could just say what I've done. I could just say that.
Okay.
So, like this one chick who really didn't deserve none of this, But after the fact, she didn't. But yeah. So what did I do? Okay, so we woke up. We went hiking. Then after we went hiking, we went to the pier. And we had a picnic there. After that, we just played games and was just on the beach chilling or whatever. Then after that, we went back to the house. We just changed, and then we went to dinner. Then after dinner, we went to y'all know what the Juice Joint is?
No.
It's in Hollywood. It's like a live music event, basically. So we went there, and then after that, I took her to the roof of my job, and you could see practically the whole city. And I gave her a globe.
That is super romantic.
And I gave her a globe and said, I want to give you the world. But
you were in love, boo.
Yeah,
I was stupid.
No, you're not stupid. You're going to be who you are all the time. The right woman is going to appreciate it.
Right. So it went totally left of what I thought was going to happen. But
so what happened? Did she not appreciate everything that you did for her, or she appreciated it but she didn't give you the right or give you the response that you were looking for?
All she did was say thank you.
So she didn't give you the response you were looking for.
But my thing is, I wasn't necessarily looking for a response, but I at least wanted to feel that you appreciated it. Oh, wait. And the way thank you. The fuck? That's it?
What number date was this?
We were dating for months, so that had to be
okay.
Like
so you guys
12.
were a full-on relationship.
Did you stop talking to her right after?
No, we broke up. We broke up months later. No, I'm saying like the 12th day or something. Did it trigger?
Yeah, like
I wasn't. No, it didn't. That we broke up for something totally different.
What was it? Oh,
but
she wasn't the one.
It made you not want to be that giving for the next person, huh?
No, I mean, because like you said, like that's I like doing shit like one of my love languages is acts of service. So
you like.
Yeah, that I like or that I like doing for people. So if I'm dating you and I want to make you feel special or whatever, like I thought that was going to be like some dope ass shit. Well, it is for a typical woman, but for the type of woman she was, she didn't really.
Or she doesn't respond in acts of services. Maybe her love language was something else.
Yeah, I mean that too. But
and maybe I wouldn't say typical woman. I would just say maybe a woman that's not very interested, or maybe someone who doesn't.
Yeah, it sounds like she wasn't fully invested in the relationship like you were.
So you gave what you
would want,
the most romantic thing that he did?
Yes. What did you do, Michael?
No, mine's laughing. I thought it was pretty dope. And
it probably is.
She clearly enjoyed it. Took a girl out to dinner. It was my girlfriend at the time. Took her out to dinner and I kind of surprised her, and we went ice skating. Aww. So I did that. So it was.
You know how to ice skate?
Oh, I'm solid. Black people ain't the best skaters, but
are you kidding
me? Fall. Oh, but you talking about 4 wheels, but this is like ice skating is like rollerblades.
Oh,
I used to have rollerblades. I'm pretty.
I used to go ice skating every Friday in middle school.
So that was something that I did that was appreciated. Maria, you good? And then something that I felt was pretty dope was it the same girl? No, it was another girl that was my girlfriend, and she kind of just set up a whole trip, and it wasn't nothing major, but I just thought it was dope. She set up a whole trip to like Catalina, like she paid for everything.
Oh, that's nice.
Took me there, and something that was really small, but I thought it was dope. It was this is a total guy thing. It was a video game that I wanted, and when we were in the hotel room, like we went and did something. And she was like, just wait, I want to do something really fast. And once I came in the room, she had like the video game and like candy or like on the bed. And I was like, oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah.
So it was pretty dope. Like guys don't want nothing too crazy. Like when it comes to the dressing up and like rose petals and having that stuff, is like we should have that anyway. Like we about to have a bunch of sex. We're dating each other, you know what I'm saying? So that should happen, but it's just like the small things, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was so dope. Like, damn, you went out your way to set this up, and I was just thinking about the video game, like, damn, I really wanted this game. The fact that you went and got this when, clearly you were listening to what I was talking about and saying that I wanted you did this. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Okay. I like that. So if a woman wanted to do something romantic for a guy that she's interested in, not necessarily her partner, what would you recommend, Chris?
I would recommend. So
you could even say something that you would like personally.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something. But so first, I feel like let's say you trying to think of something like paying attention, like how she paid attention that you wanted that game.
Yeah.
So if she let's just say we talk like, damn, I want to go blah 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 blah. And let's say hey, I want to go to the Academy War Museum. I can't wait for that to open up. And she was when it came open, when it's actually open, she got you tickets or something like that. So I think listening will get you a great date, or not even a great date, just something that's like we're gonna appreciate that. We're gonna think that is dope or whatever. I think that for me, I think that's the only thing where I could be wow, you thought you're thoughtful and you actually listened to what I said. So that's the only thing I could think of for me. That's I will want somebody that for a date.
Okay.
I got the simplest thing that women can do that most 99.9% of men are going to appreciate. That if you actually hit up the guy that you're interested in and you guys are talking and say, hey, what's up? I want to take you out to go and eat. And then you go out and you pay for everything. Most guys are used to paying for everything. And when you have a girl that does that, that's like I know some girls that say, hey, I want to go and watch this movie or I want to go and eat, and then show up and be like, okay, I'm not, you got this, right? It was you invited me out. So if you invite, me out, pretty much you're inviting me out on a date. That impresses a guy. Damn, she really did this for me. That's pretty dope because most women don't.
Do you think they'll expect that the second date though? What type of?
No,
that's a good question though, right? What if you guys go out what if you don't have a conversation about it and you guys go out on a second date, and then you both are just sitting there damn, who's gonna pay?
But most men, be honest, because the
that's
guys.
A good question though. Honestly,
the guys that you've dated before, they taken you out and they treated you. So it's.
I'm totally okay with going Dutch when you're or even I don't mind paying for a date.
No, yeah,
but I'm just saying if it's your first date. And then you do go out on a second date, doesn't it make it awkward? Who's going to pay on the second date?
See, a first date is weird. Most women aren't going to do that on the first date,
But okay, I thought you said you call a guy you're interested in and take him out.
Even if it is the first date, as a man, it shouldn't be weird, right? On the second date. The man should already know, okay, she was sweet.
I mean, on the first date, I'm automatically going to think
I know, but let's just say the girl was really into you and took you out on the first date. And it was no, boo, I got you. Mm-hmm. And you guys go out on the second date, you're not going to be with that same mentality because you're a grown man. Most kids think like that. But second as a grown man, you're going to be like, oh, no, boo, I got it.
If you hit me up and be like, hey, let's go out again. Even if you pull your card out and say, oh, I got it, I'm going to be like, it's our second time going out. I appreciate, the time we have together. I got this, you know what I'm saying? It's just a show. It's just the men of us that most men, I get impressed with simple stuff as if I show up and it can be the first date. And if you pull your card out, it makes me be like, damn, okay. So maybe if one time that she may actually get it, I got this. Don't worry about it. I even do that for my friends. So, yeah, I just think that's so impressive that a girl, especially that you're dating, is willing to be like, hey, I got this. And I think that's sexy.
Yeah.
Because we're running a little bit out of time, and those are all great ideas. One last question, a listener question. They wanted to ask the ladies, but I'll include the fellas as well. Mm-hmm. What is a great first date to take someone to do? And you kind of said some stuff, Chris. So I feel like you got some good ideas. Yeah. But what's a first? It's a first person. It's the first time taking this person out. You've been wanting to go out with this person for a while, and they finally, you finally had the courage to ask them. They said yes. Now you're planning this date. Where do you take this person? What do you do?
Ladies first.
So the ladies could answer it in a way where what they want, or even where you would take someone for the first date, kind of like what Michael was saying, taking initiative and you planning the date for you and the guy you're interested in.
Well,
so what would be a first date with Crazy Maria?
Ooh. Okay, boo. It ain't at the Momo.
It ain't at the Momo.
Okay, so let me just say something. If you know this person, or if you just met them, whatever the situation is, you've been knowing them for a long time. I think that you get to know the person and get to know what they like and what
we got 7 minutes.
What interests them? I hate it when you rush me. Okay, you. Oh, my mom's calling me. You get to know what interests them, and you can use that to take them to whatever it is that interests them. Like if it is that, like for me, baseball is my thing and football is my thing. So you want to go on a first date, we go to a game. But also what is more important is that if you're really trying to get to know somebody, you got to show them what interests you. So you could take them wherever you like. And, you know, if that person catches, like it catches. Great conversation and chemistry is what makes a relationship, not where you take them.
I got mine's after you, Myra.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's my thing.
All right.
So you'd go to a football or a baseball game?
Well, that interests me. But if like, let's just say Chris, and don't get no ideas, but if Chris wanted to take me out on a first date.
Damn it, I lost my chance to talk.
If Chris wanted to take me out on a first date, like, and he doesn't really know me that well, like, take me out wherever you want. And the conversation and the chemistry will show. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Awesome.
I would probably, like, you guys probably would already know. I would probably, like, invite them to go hike with me or go walk or do something.
And that's
like
your
that.
interest, so that kind of goes back to what Maria was saying.
Yeah, I would probably do that and then brunch or something.
So if they don't like the hike, then that person is not for you.
Yeah, we can't hang out.
So you're asking this person on the first date?
No, it's however you wanted to answer it.
Oh, okay.
However you want to go on a date or however you're going to take the date.
Yeah, so if I'm asking someone on a date or if I want them to come hang out with me for the first time
You're
or if
gonna
they
show 'em
want
what you like.
suggestions, then I would suggest something like that. And then if they don't agree, then we can come up with other ideas.
All right, Michael.
So for me, it's a hike is a great one, and then going to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a lot of conversations to see what
a lot of stuff happens at the beach.
Exactly. So you never know which one you're going to get. So you want to take that chance.
Hey!
And,
Right. You want to be prepared.
Yeah, you want to be prepared because you never know what's going to happen. But you get a lot of conversation. You can walk on the sand, talk to each other, especially with us. You know, we're spoiled.
everything.
So you have restaurants there too, so we can talk, chill. We might even sneak a bottle there and drink a little bit, and then go and eat. You know, so I think that's the perfect place. Then it's free to go to the beach.
I feel it.
Which is the part you're not paying $200 to go.
And it's not a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
right?
it's not
you
pressure.
Just
We at
find
the
something
beach.
easy to do. I think that. And
Most people
I
like
wouldn't
the beach.
invite them to a difficult hike because then they probably wouldn't want to go.
Oh,
on a
yeah.
second
But
date.
I like the hiking part. Anywhere where we can walk and talk
and get to know
really
each
get
other.
to
What
know
about
each
you,
other.
Chris?
I always think a great first date is somewhere to eat and activity.
Okay.
So whether that could be hiking, that could be painting, that could be a game, like that could be Dave and Buster's. It could be somewhere where we can interact and like I can know like we actually click. Like you know, because just talking over dinner, like that's cool, but like we just talking. So somewhere where we can like have fun. I mean, drinks is cool, but you know.
You gotta watch. Take them to dinner. They might just be there for a free meal.
Yeah,
so.
that's
true.
it. See, yeah, because I like I'm gonna either put the activity first or eating just gonna be completely last. Like we just.
That's why I think the beach
Dang,
should
that
be.
is sad that they have to think of it that way.
Hey, the beach should be
yeah.
the universal first date because most of the time it's free, so you can just go show up, walk in the sand. If she like, I don't want to walk in the sand, let's just go eat. Clearly, she on some other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
To me, I was gonna say it depends on how long you've known the person. Like if it's somebody you met on an app, for first dates, I would say go to like a coffee shop, something like because I feel like that's more like a let me get to know this person if I want to take that next step of going to dinner.
You at a coffee shop.
Yeah, it's more like it's public place, and also it's just like and you don't have to go to like Starbucks. You can go to an actual like lounge one. There's couches and stuff. There could be music in the background, and you guys get to actually talk and stuff. But like if it's someone you've known and it's an actual date, then I would say I like the activity ones, like something like you said, Dave and Buster's. That's a good one. It allows you guys to interact, be playful. Your guards are down a little bit because it's just if you're just sitting there, it's kind of like it can be awkward.
I like Dave and Buster's on a second date.
On a second date, first date could be too because it takes the awkwardness
There's
away.
food there too.
I guess.
And there's food, there's drinks, but anything with I like activities. So because
on a Sunday night happy hour.
there you go. And if you're just sitting there like at dinner, I don't know. I just feel like it could be awkward, and it's just like, oh, now what?
Especially if she's not talking to.
Exactly.
Because I've been on a date where she didn't say a fucking word.
Right.
And that's completely
That's weird.
changed.
That's
Like,
so weird.
that's
And then
why-
I remember I was like, so like, do you want to ask me anything? Because I was doing all of the talking. I was like, so is there anything like you want to ask me? And she's like, no, let's just let it flow.
Let it flow.
I'm talking, like I'm doing all the talking.
That's why you gotta have a homie right there in the same spot. But, man, a homie.
Yeah, you gotta pretend that there's
yeah.
gunshots
Something
somewhere.
happened.
Babe, we
Because
gotta go.
We were supposed to go do something else after that, and I was like, damn, I gotta go pick up my mom. Like I just had to lie.
Yeah.
Like I had to go pick up my mom or something. I'm gonna
That's
just take
why I
her to
think the
crib.
beach is perfect
Yeah.
because if she knows she's going to the beach, she knows that, okay, we're going to be chilling. We're going to have to talk to each other, so she knows. But if you're sitting down at a table or restaurant, it's like, let's just kind of get this food. At least I can say I was here with you, so they might just want to get the food and get on to we're at the beach. I may not be buying you any food, so let's talk and see if, you know, if we're vibing with each other. If it's like awkward, then we can just get on and, you know, go our separate ways.
So before we wrap up, and I want to kind of bring it all around, so that you guys gave some great advice. I want to close it off. I can't remember if I asked this already, but what's your like favorite thing or the best thing about being a man for you guys?
The best thing about being a man
for you, it doesn't have to be for everybody. It can just be for you.
No, for me, it's just an aspect of being looked at as, you know, as the king. You know, once you have a family, everything is like you're the head. You know what I'm saying? Most men, when they get married, their wife has their name, so it's like your name is forever carried. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that king aspect of it is dope.
I like that. What about you, Chris?
Best thing about being a man, you know, we don't get menstrual cycles.
Hey, that's a real thing right there.
Yeah.
Y'all better appreciate that. Yeah. Y'all better
Y'all
appreciate
go through
that.
a lot more than we do. So.
With that being said, that's a great way to end it. So thank the ladies in your life. How about that? So thank you to everybody who's tuning in. Before I sign off really quick, some of the shows here on the Good News Network being Courtside Radio, Ladies Night, Sports Talk with Mark, The Hoops Talk, and a few other shows, we are teaming up to have a donation drive. It's going to be called Socks and Draws Drive, and we're going to be collecting brand new socks and brand new underwears for the homeless, and we will be giving more information, so take a look, be on the lookout for the flyers for that. So thank you everybody for tuning in and spending your Friday night with us. I'm your host, Mysterious Jax. This is Ladies Night Radio Show, and just remember one thing, ladies,
you are enough.
That's right. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. We love you. Love the ladies. Hey.
You requested it, so we rewound. Check it out. Where the ladies at? Yeah. Where the ladies at? Yeah. Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Check it out.